So now for day 3, we're focusing on what we call shared writing. Okay, so we're doing some work that's going to focus on the story, but this work will be done more by the grade 1s. Okay, so grade 1s, we've been talking now a lot about Sam. All right, and now I'm going to ask that we write about Sam. And this is my first sentence, okay? This will be our paragraph 1. Paragraph 1. And you must read with me, all right? But I'm first going to write out the sentence. Writing about Sam. And that is a full stop. All right, can you read that out, please?
We are writing about Sam.
About Sam. Okay. Now, if we're thinking about Sam, lift your hand up. What do you know about Sam? Can you still remember what we discussed about Sam?
Yes.
So what do we know about Sam? What do we know about Sam?
He doesn't smile a lot.
He doesn't smile a lot. Can we read that loudly, please?
He doesn't smile a lot.
Can we go back to that one?
We are writing.
Grade 1s.
We are writing about Sam.
Lift your hand up. What else do you know about Sam? Okay, so Sam lost his smile. Okay, smile. I'm writing big so that you guys at the back can see. Okay, read with me.
We are writing about Sam. He doesn't smile a lot. Sam lost his smile.
We don't want, we know that he's lost his smile, okay? What else do you know about Sam? What else do you know about Sam? His mom tried to give his smile back. Okay, I want you to read this sentence with me.
His
Mom tried to give his smile back.
Sam lost his smile.
And what happened next?
His mom tried to give his smile back.
Wow! Can you clap for yourselves? Let's look at how many sentences the grade 1s have written. 1, 2, 3, 4 sentences. Well done. Now tell me just one more sentence. What happened to Sam after that?
His mother gave him a big hug.
Wow, his mother gave him a big hug. Okay, okay. Gave
him a big hug.
Oh wow, so it was a big hug. And what are we going to put there?
A full stop.
A full stop. Okay, okay, I'm happy with that. So let's repeat the last sentence.
His mother gave him a big
Hug. And then we're going to read it one more time, all right? This is our paragraph. We are
writing about Sam.
uh-huh,
He doesn't smile a lot.
uh-huh.
Sam lost his smile.
And what happened again?
His mom tried to give his smile back.
And then?
His
3. You will see the same grade 1s using their own creativity and ideas to create a text about Sam. Let's summarize what we have done each day. In lesson 1, we introduced the story and the theme from the story using a mind map. In lesson 2, we tell the story to the class. Straight after this, we ask questions to children to deepen up their thinking. In lesson 3, the children become writers. Everything we have done so far will support grade 1s as they now develop their writing skills. Each term, CAPS guides teachers on what type of text their children should be able to read and write and how long their writing should be. CAPS says, Term 1, grade 1s contribute ideas in shared writing for a class story that is recorded by a teacher on charts or in the chalkboard, so that we create new texts for reading and display in the classroom reading corners. CAPS suggests that grade 1 should contribute a minimum of 1 sentence for shared writing. Well, as you can see, the grade 1 class was working well ahead of CAPS. They can compose a text of 2 paragraphs and they can read it. If you're a grade 1 teacher, your children should be able to do this. The class had not done shared writing before, but the teacher often read them stories and she encouraged the children to talk and think about these stories. So grade 1s, can we get 5 children? Oh, I'm going to have difficulty choosing the 5. Okay, so we must all read it together, okay? You must read out loudly, all right? So that the rest of the class can hear you. Huh?
We are writing about Sam. He doesn't smile a lot. Sam lost his smile. His mom tried to keep his smile back. His mother gave him a big hug.
Wow, let's clap for them. Well done, thank you. Go back.
The next round will be minutes.
So do we know the rules? We must read out loudly, right? Okay. 1, 2, 3, go.
We are writing about Sam. He doesn't smile a lot. Sam lost his smile. His mom tried to give his smile back. His mother gave him a big hug.
Let's clap for them. Okay, and the last people can come. You can go.
We are writing about Sam. He doesn't smile a lot. Sam lost his smile. His mom tried to give his smile back. His mother gave him a big hug.
Wow, let's clap for you. Why do children enjoy shared writing? When a child says something he has said being written on the board by his teacher, and then when all other children and the teacher read his words, he feels happy. His friends will also want their ideas to be written on the board. It's a wonderful method that you can start using in grade 1. You can say to your children, come, let's read the sentences out loud. You can read with me. You might not know all the words, but you'll be able to read some of the words. I invite all children to read their mind map or paragraph again before they go out to break. I invite the children to read the mind map or the paragraph when they come into the classroom. I also invite the children to read the mind map or the paragraph before they go home. In this way, children get lots of practicing in reading, so that at the end of the day, almost everyone can read some of the words. You can ask the boys to read the first paragraph, and then you can ask the girls to read the second paragraph, and then everyone can read both paragraphs together. Teachers, you might not notice or picked this up in the film, but when I asked the grade ones to come to the front and read sentences about Sam, they volunteered to come. Everyone, even the weakest children, wanted to go and read out loud about Sam. I encourage you not to select children, but to let them volunteer freely to the front. The most important aspect for you is to remember to write exactly how the child says the word. Did you notice? I did this in the film. When a child uses a word from another language, you can write this in a different color chalk. And you can tell your children and explain that when they see the yellow chalk, they know this word is a Zulu word or whatever the language is. Once your children are very comfortable doing shared writing, you can introduce editing the text. The children might want to add a sentence to the shared writing text. They might want to change the order or the sequence of their sentences. Or they might want to add an adjective to the noun. For example, the red motorbike, the big or the yummy ice cream. And now I want you to draw Sam. And then underneath that, you must write me some sentences about Sam. You can write me what you know about Sam's story. You can write me what you like about Sam. You can write me 1, you can write me 2, and you maybe can write me 3 sentences. Okay? I ended this lesson by handing out the children's writing exercise books and asking them to draw Sam and to also write a few sentences about their drawings. Those who did not finish this exercise, they completed it the next day. Don't forget, before they hand in their books for you to read and enjoy, let them show and read to their partners. And also, their partners should also read sentences to them as well. In lesson 4, we will will have a strong word focus. Here, we refocus on the interesting words, the new words, and any other words in the story that are tricky to read or write. You can also focus on synonyms, words with the same meaning, and antonyms, words with opposite meaning. You and your children can dedicate time to think and talk about phonics and grammar. I hope you have found these lessons interesting. Let's remind ourselves of what children did this week. Teachers, as you have seen, when you have a good quality story, you can work with the story up for a week. Each day, we develop the children's literacy, skillfulness, and what does this mean? We encourage children to think about the story. They talk about the story, they draw, and they do independent writing about the story. They can also do shared writing that is linked to the story. And in every lesson, we work with developing the higher order thinking and their skillfulness in reading or in language use. The method we're using, we are teaching our children to read for meaning. Research from South Africa and across the world tells us this is so successful reading method we can teach. You can read about shared writing on the Biblianef website. There are lovely examples of shared writing from children. We invite you to copy these texts and share them with your children on your chalkboard. Tell your children who wrote the text, this will inspire them. We invite your class to do the same with shared writing. You can photograph them, you can share it with us, and we'll put them on our website. Goodbye. You're welcome to contact Biblianef for any other questions, or you can let us know about the exciting work that you'll be doing with your children. We invite you to phone or call us. Ms. Shabalala, thank you so much, my dear, for allowing us to come to your lovely class. It was so nice to work with your grade ones. They are hard workers, and thank you so much.
Thank you so much for the wonderful experience that you give them with your nice, colorful books, and the friendliness and how free they get to be when you read to them. And thank you so much for this opportunity for them to actually read you on cameras and all that. I know they enjoy this time with you, so we thank you so much.